realize there are people out there genuinely moving like they're a movie critic, and it's so corny. Like, there are some people, you watch just a goofy movie with them, and then afterwards they'll be like, it was pretty good, but the pacing was off, and there wasn't enough world building, and a lot of the characters were underdeveloped.
Listen here, film nerds, she is right. Sometimes a movie is just a movie, it's fun, it's great, and that's all it needs to be for certain people, and that's okay. The movie she's talking about specifically in this TikTok is K-pop Demon Hunters. I watched it, I had a fun time, it was great. But it's also okay to have opinions and give critiques because that's part of the fun of watching movies. Talking about it with other people, whether it's at a surface level or you're talking about its deeper themes. She goes on to say that film critiques should be reserved for prestigious films, and if it's a kid's movie or a comedy, it shouldn't be taken that seriously. And while I understand the sentiment, to me, it's a little ignorant. Because, like, what are you saying? I can't interact with Spy Kids 2 on an existential level? You know that one line from Spy Kids 2, the one that's like, do you think God stays in heaven because he too lives in fear of what he's created? That is a crazy line to put in a kid's movie, but I love it. Some of the best comedies in children's movies have complex themes. I personally think you have to be really smart to make a good comedy. You gotta be clever, you gotta be witty, you gotta know how to edit, you gotta have good comedic timing, and you gotta know when a joke runs on for too long or when a joke isn't long enough. Critiques on that end might come off as, oh, the pacing is a little weird. Because pacing is everything. Comedic timing is everything. As far as underdeveloped characters, bro, movies for kids are short movies, but they have fully developed characters by the end of it. You know who Simba is by the end of the movie. You know who Miles Morales is. Children's movies are short, but they pack so much information and so much emotional depth that they are able to develop a character in 90 minutes or less. So if a kid's movie has underdeveloped characters, that means maybe they just didn't utilize their time correctly or didn't add enough storytelling for us to fully understand them. And that's a valid critique. It's okay to ask more from your comedies and from your children's movies because there is a standard and there is a bar set for amazing comedy in children's movies. A movie doesn't have to be a 3-hour drama for you to have an intellectual conversation about it. You know the term, everyone's a critic. Everyone is a critic. If you have an opinion on a movie, you're a critic. Whether or not you have the right verbiage or experience, it doesn't matter. You have an opinion and it's valid. My problem with this TikTok is that you are saying other people sharing their opinion is invalid and it's cringy and it's corny. Fellas, is it cringy to be passionate about film? To be passionate about something you care about? I personally don't think so. We have that whole trend on TikTok that's like, you need to nerd out, but when people actually nerd out, you get like this. All because you can't really engage with the conversation in the same way other people are. Some people claim it's anti-intellectualism, it's insecurity because you can't engage with art in a meaningful way. I personally think this generation can be really performative, and we don't like it when people are real or really expressing themselves in a genuine way. I think it's okay for a movie to just be a movie to you and to just have fun with movies, and that's totally valid. I think it's also okay for film nerds to give essays on why they did or didn't like a movie you did or didn't like. Both things can be true, and instead of bringing each other down, I think we should be building each other up and inviting that kind of open-mindedness in this community. In my opinion, right, and this is my opinion, if you are of the pretense that you like a movie because it's just a movie and you don't like it when people are critiquing it, I say listen to them. Movies are obviously very important to them, so if they have these critiques, it's not out of nowhere. They expect more from a movie, and maybe you should ask them, what do you mean it's underdeveloped? What do you mean the pacing was off? Can you show me an example where the pacing was right, where the characters were developed? And if you already like that movie and they're giving deeper reasons on why you should like the movie, I don't see why you shouldn't engage in that conversation and be like, oh, tell me why the writing was so good. Tell me the deeper meanings. Tell me the literary or film allusions that it's giving. Don't be so weird about people nerding out, man.